Couch POV. Um, so today we're gonna talk about. We had a video called "The Fear of Connection." Now we're gonna have a video called "The Fear of Affection." So to talk about my fear of affection, where do I start? I feel like fear of affection definitely comes from this whole thing of like my past experiences and being scared to fully let myself open up to another person. Now, this is something I definitely need to go to therapy for. Actually, it's not that crazy, but I feel like therapy definitely helps everybody. So I feel like I definitely do have a lot of problems I need to sort out, especially when it does come to relationships, platonic or romantic, or even, I say mostly romantic though, and just like putting myself forward. Where do I start? So, what I say maybe it's probably been 2 years and a half now. I was in a relationship and what lasted almost 2 years. Ended that shit. You know, tried talking to different people, and yeah, it's just kind of been like this snowball effect. You know what I mean? Um, so with that relationship, not gonna try to spew any hate, but I don't think it was that good. And I think, we were young, we didn't really know shit. So yeah, and then the people after that, it was like I always found myself talking to people that were very like hot and cold, you feel me? So um it was like this thing where it's like, yo, like let's do this, let's do that, and it's like, things are going well, and then all of a sudden things are cold, and I'm like kind of like chasing that attention. And in a way, I think I ended up liking that and thinking that's like what's normal with shit like this, you know what I mean? Um, so yeah, now I'm presented with a situation where it's like there there's someone who is like cool, cool as shit, and there is that like, is connection the right word? But it feels healthier, and I think the affection part of that is like, I don't know what to do with all this shit now, because I never really got that affection. So it's like, damn, do I be vulnerable and put myself out there, or don't put myself out there at all and protect myself as much as I can? You know what I mean? I think the biggest thing with that is I have pride. I got a lot of pride, and sometimes I feel like, do you really have a lot of pride? Because it seems like prior to this, you liked that hot and cold. You liked to make a fool out of yourself by just chasing people that did not want you. You know what I mean? But it's weird because in those moments, it's like I feel like a fool afterwards, and I feel like I lose that self-respect for myself. But now with this, it's like, maybe I have learned from that shit. I'm really trying to like stop that shit from happening now, even if it wouldn't happen. It's always a constant like, damn, this shit's scary. I don't want to open up. I don't want to give myself to this person, because I feel like if I do that and I get played, I'm gonna feel stupid as fuck again. And I'm gonna feel like, damn, like I thought shit was going well, but shit was not going well, and you wasn't even feeling me like that. So yeah, I think that's how I feel with that. And also, I feel like I've reached a point with like relationships or deeper connections like that where it's like, hey, like I could show love. That's a strong word though. Show this affection and care. And if I get hurt in the end, so what? I was being genuine. This is on the other person. But it's just, I just don't want to go through all that. And also, scared of the fear of affection also comes from like, I don't even want to like develop a strong crush on someone, because it's like, you know, you romanticize it when you're in the moment, like, oh, I like this person, I think this person likes me, this is so fun, this is so cute. In reality, it's not. It's scary, bro. Like, damn. So I think I have that tendency where it's like, there's like at first I'll be very like in that, if that makes sense. Like, I'll be very in that, and then after a certain amount of time, where it's like they're into me, I get scared because I'm like, damn, this shit is really working out. And then there's that part of me where it's like, what if it doesn't? And this feeling in my chest of like actively liking someone is just a scary experience. It's like, shit could go wrong at any moment. I feel like I always have to have my guard up. That's good, that's good. You know, yeah. I feel like that's a big part of it. Because if like I let my guard down, it kind of feels like I'm opening myself up to get hurt. You feel me? Yeah. What else do I gotta say? And I think that comes from a thing where it's like, it's even like, I really gotta know 100% you into me before I even wanna like show my interest or like open up a little bit more. Because I guess that part of it is kind of like a pride thing, and that fear of getting hurt again, where, sorry, I'm looking at my TV and it got like a Snoopy screensaver. I'm looking at this shit. So yeah, I think that's what's really scary for me, is like, I need to know 100% before I give my 100%, or even give like my 80%. Because it's so easy for something not to work out when you feel yourself not putting energy into it. But when something doesn't work out and you are putting energy into it, I just have this feeling like, damn, you know. So yeah, that's really how I'm feeling about like affection. I've been thinking about that a lot. I was talking to one of my friends. I can name drop this shit, right? Maybe I can't. We'll call her Alicia, like Alicia Keys. Yeah, like, just like finding that balance in between everything. Like, someone could really be good to you, but just there's just a lot of fear that goes into it. Adding on to like the fear of connection video, I feel like we in the next stage of the fear when it comes to these close relationships, you know. The fear of connection is like, damn, like, this shit could escalate, I might lose myself. And then now this next stage is like, damn, this shit could escalate and I might lose myself, and I might also get hurt, you know. I think one thing that I do want to work on is like, I feel like the more nonchalant you act, the more chalant you'll feel about things. And it's because you're actively masking how you really feel. And I feel like that's something I do. And it's amplifying everything by like 100%. And I'm just like, damn, like, what do I do? Because it's like this thing where it's like, damn, I really don't know if I'm making sense or not. Like, this video is not as concise. Actually, not a lot of my videos are concise. But it's kind of like this whole thing of like, fuck, bro. Like, I just don't want to feel like a fool, you know? Like, you could tell someone you miss them. But for me, doing that and not even knowing, like, if this person's, like, into me like that, it's like, damn, like, I'm gonna feel like a fool. It's like from the other end, it's like, damn, why is this boy telling me he misses me? Like, we not even like that. So I'm trying to, like, you know, I feel like things would be easier if I, like, you know, put that shit out there or something. But that's also something where it's just like, I'm a contradictory guy, you know? It's like this thing where it's like, hey, like, I'm cool with this, like, unspoken thing. Because the unspoken thing does kind of add some excitement to that shit, you know? Where it's like the whole guessing game. But then when you want to find that clarity, that gets to another level. It's like, damn, it could go wrong, you know? It's like it feels like when you gotta sneeze and it's almost there and then it doesn't come out. That's what it would feel like. Where it's like, damn, like just by me asking like what's up and what we both are looking for, that leads to like this weird thing of like, damn, I feel like we was just progressing our connection and now it's over because of whatever, you know, because I asked instead of like just keeping it like low key, like, and shit like that. So yeah, it's fucking weird. That's how I feel about like affection, opening up and shit. And then yeah, I feel like this is like the sequel to the connection video. And this might not be as good as the connection video because, you know, they say there's no good sequels or nothing. I'm gonna have to disagree. I really like Despicable Me 2 and also like Sonic the Hedgehog 2. But yeah, it's like the whole is scary. And I remember texting some of my homies and being like, yo, I don't want to develop a crush. Like, that shit is so scary. Just the whole thing of like, damn, like, did they text me? Damn, did this happen? Damn, did that happen? It starts becoming an unhealthy thing. And that might just be a thing on me too. Where it's like, damn, I'm thinking a lot more about the energy being put out there and wondering, you know what I mean? So yeah, this is just something I want to think about. And yeah, but also like here's the thing, like me as a person would want to know if someone's interested, and then I'll start putting in more effort and shit, and my interest will show a lot more, the interest that I kept inside me that I wasn't showing before. But then the whole thing comes into like, damn, like is this gonna possibly escalate to us being partners? Like the thought of that's also scary too, because I don't know what's scary about that. It's just scary. So yeah, I don't even know if this video was good or not. I'm not even gonna bother watching it over, but yeah, that's really it. That's the fear of affection. I already did a recap, but let's do a recap again. Just like being scared to open up, and the pride factor, being scared of being played because you open up, and yeah, you know, I really hate to be that guy where it's like, damn, like, what's up with this dude saying like trying to say all this sweet shit, like we not even like that. Like that shit will make me feel like a lame, and I'm not trying to feel like that. Anyways, that's it for the video. Thanks for watching.